Welcome to part 4 of our Kgalagadi winter adventure. We spent most of day 4 exploring north of Nossob, near Cubiji Quap, and slightly further north than that.
I would like to talk a little bit about camping in the wild camping. For us, Polenswa and Rooipoort, versus camping in a fence camp as parents. We didn't realize this at the time while camping at Rooipoort, that when you are with kids, you are automatically heightened in responsibility. You are forever watching what the kids are doing. They're not allowed to leave your side. They're not allowed to leave the tent. They're not allowed to go to the toilet by themselves. I know me as quite a hyperactive dad. I come up with games and we play around the tent just to kind of keep the kids kind of occupied. And then when we went to Nossob, we found that we were able to really just let our hair down a little bit, let the kids walk around, find friends, as they always do in closed fence camps. And it's amazing how us as parents, we only kind of realize this once you compare the two different situations and camping environments. I absolutely love the wild camping as well as the fence camps for their own uniqueness and experience.
While spending time in the south of the Kgalagadi at Rooipoort, we were told that most of the predators and animals seemed to be gathering up north. So far we had seen certainly more in the middle of the park, but look forward to seeing what was happening further north. We had a brief encounter with one of the beautiful Nossob males just off the road, and it's always a treat to see them. One of our favourite stops when we're staying at Nossob is to drive to Cubiji Quap in the late morning and watch all the birds come in and out to drink. And every now and again you get lucky and see one of the eagles or goshawks or kestrels trying to catch one of the birds. As well as occasionally you would find one of the black-backed jackals hunting. Although we haven't really seen that at Cubiji Quap specifically, we have enjoyed incredible bird life there.
As Carmen mentioned, we enjoy sitting at Cubiji Quap and watching the birds come in and out. If on any particular morning you drive past Cubiji Quap with the intention of sitting and looking at the birds, the Namako sandgrass, or the doves, or the birds of prey, and you don't see anything, don't just drive past. Sit a little bit, turn the engine off, and wait for the birds to come. On one morning, we arrived with nothing to see. We sat, we had a cup of coffee, and 20 minutes later, there were hundreds of birds surrounding the waterhole. Not too long after that, we had a kestrel, a tawny eagle, and a lanner falcon trying to get some prey. That just goes to show that it is always rewarding to be a little bit more patient in the park and not rush from one picnic site to the next. As you can hear in the background, we tried pretty hard to get the Namako sandgrass in flight as well as landing, but with only 9 to 10 frames per second with our cameras, it was a really tough task. It didn't stop us from having loads of fun and competing to see who got the best photo. I think I won. One of the most interesting facts that I came across, the Namako sandgrass, I mean, we always do a little bit of research onto the birds and just to help us identify them and their habitats and whatnot. But I think one of the fun facts is they are able to collect water in their feathers, fly up to a distance of 20 kilometers from the waterhole back to the nest and feed their chicks or give water to the chicks without them losing much of the water collected.
Nossob is one of the few rest camps where you could quite easily spend the day just at the rest camp, enjoying the wildlife within camp. The bird life, as we've said in many of our videos before, in Nossob is by far the best. They have an abundance and variety of owls that you see both dusk and dawn, but often during the day right outside their shop or their reception. The Nossob camp has been undergoing a lot of renovations of late, And in this particular visit, there was quite a lot of construction happening in the chalets along the fence. It's really good to see the maintenance happening. We did have to use the original entrance gate into Nossob, as the main gate that we've been using up until now has been reconstructed quite beautifully, and I look forward to seeing the finished gate.
When it comes to us staying in the Nossob camp and deciding which direction we are going to be traveling in on the day, all depends on the sightings boards and pretty much how we're feeling on the day. When we go south, we enjoy the Maurice Drive. We do this in a clockwise and anti-clockwise direction early in the morning. We were unfortunate this time around to not have had as many sightings as we did a couple of months ago. And when we go up north, as mentioned, we do enjoy stopping at Cubiji Quap. And then on occasion we'll go as far as up to Lay's Drive for a picnic, have a bra, some jaffles, turn around and then make our way slowly back down again. On occasion, depending on how we are feeling, we'll literally do 45 minutes to an hour in the morning, and we'll spend most of the day in camp looking at the Scops owls, the Cape Eagle owls, the mongoose, as well as the array of birds that they have in camp as well. As amateur photographers and content makers, we can't pass up any opportunity to take advantage of what's around us, whether it be in the park or in the campsite.
For dinner that evening, we had our favorite stuffed gem squash, which in this instance we stuffed with sweet corn and cheese, but you can really put anything inside a gem squash and top it with cheese and put it on the fire, and it's great. Obviously, you do need to pre-boil the gem squash before you put it on the fire, because it won't, well, it might, but we have never cooked a gem squash on the fire. We just let the cheese melt. And our favorite chicken kebabs, which we have a lot in the summer months, but always a great, healthy and yummy kebab to make your own. I always pre-marinate the chicken and cut it into cubes while I'm at home and freeze it in these little block containers. And when we defrost it, all we have to do is assemble with whatever veg we've brought across. Jan and I do enjoy the stars very, very much, especially it's one of the reasons we love camping. But taking photographs of the stars is quite an art, something we haven't fully mastered, and obviously you need opportunities to practice and the equipment to get the best shots. We do not have fancy cameras, and we really just use a Canon M50, which is considered a vlogging camera, not really a photographic body. However, we're spending our time rather acquiring lenses and not as much investment in the actual camera body. Hopefully, when we can, we'll invest in a better body for each of us, as well as obviously there's a few more lenses we'd really like to have. But astrophotography is definitely something that I look forward to doing more over the years, and here is just a sample of some of the things we've taken with rather minimal and basic equipment. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe to help us with the YouTube algorithm, and see you in part 5.